Okay, so here's the question that I'm getting a lot of here lately. Hey, Fran, what the heck is Patreon? And why is your work on Patreon right now? So I want to address that with you. I have three ways of kind of trying to understand what Patreon is. The first is Patreon is a way for artists and creatives to crowdfund their work. So, like if you see people doing Kickstarter campaigns or GoFundMe's, people are crowdfunding various endeavors. Okay, another way to think of Patreon is as a tip jar. So, like if you go and you see a musician at a restaurant and they have a tip jar in front of them and you appreciate the work that they're doing or the performance that they're giving and you put a few bucks in the tip jar, Patreon is a way to do that digitally with artists and creatives whose work you appreciate and you want to see continue. Another way of thinking about Patreon is as a subscription. So and actually this is probably my favorite way to think about Patreon, as like you are paying a small, very nominal fee to subscribe to a creator's work. In my case, you would be subscribing to receive my weekly and most weeks bi-weekly, 2 times a week I usually post litanies that I provide on Patreon. And there are varying levels of your subscription. But those are three ways to think about what Patreon is. I think it's a beautiful business model and it affords creators freedom to be able to continue their work and make it sustainable. And also to continue providing it to the people who need it and find it useful. So, Patreon is amazing. That is why I'm using it.